The darker picture is always the correct one. When you read the history of the world, you're reading a saga of bloodshed and greed and the folly of the import of which is impossible to ignore. And yet we imagine that the future will somehow be different. White. That quote seen as a cynical view of the light or good seen in the world, suggesting that the world is a much darker place than the romanticized version we all have. The reality of the world is there are bad people all over the globe and throughout history, and this passage simply states what we all fail to admit, that pain and tragedy will always be present regardless of one's intentions or interests. Every road ends in death, or worse. Every friendship, every love, torment, betrayal, loss, suffering, pain, age, indignity, and hideous lingering illness, all with a single conclusion, for you and for everyone and everything that you have chosen to care for. Cormac McCarthy, The Sunset Limited.
Everyone is forced to new pain throughout their lives, an event that shakes them to their very core. Each person endures the heartache which robs them of their innocence, changing their perspective on life. White has clearly just experienced this based on his skeptical attitude towards life, as seen in the previous quote.
Everyone has their limits, their breaking point. Everyone has some amount of patience. Some people have more than others. Everyone has to come down to what reality really is. Anonymous.
Everyone reaches their breaking point at some time in their lives. White, for instance, has reached this point as seen through his clear dislike towards the people around him and the cynical nature he has regarding everything in life. This is especially clear through his fear of meeting his family again, and the way he suggests that the shadow of an axe hangs over every joy, insinuating that he does not believe.
It has been said, time heals all wounds. I do not agree. The wounds remain. In time, the mind, protecting its sanity, covers them with scar tissue and the pain lessens. But it is never gone. Rose Kennedy.
Black continuously attempts to explain to White that he is clearly only looking at the shadows in his life and refusing to see the light that's starting to peek over the horizon. He explains that White is clearly having a bad life but can turn his world around if he opens up to God. The light is all around you, but you don't see nothing but shadow.
There are things we don't want to happen, but have to accept. Things we don't want to know, but have to learn. And people we can't live without, but have to let go. JJ, Criminal Minds.
Black is proof of the theory that not everyone is as cynical as White. He sees life as an opportunity to learn and teach others, and believes that we are our brother's keeper, insinuating that he chooses to see the good in life and in people. He is proof that in the cruel world, people are still capable of kindness and empathy.